Oh, well.
So, Michelle, I am either insane or I am a genius. Because I work from home, I'm at home all the time, especially now. And I know you have been doing a lot of home improvements, but I have been doing a lot of home improvements too. They're not as good or interesting as yours, and they're not as sane as yours. But for instance, I've become obsessed with making the kitchen or the sink in my bathroom empty. So I started buying suction baskets, and now I've bought just plain suction cups that I can attach to things that aren't even meant to be suction cupped, so that they'll stay off the ground, off the
Just
off
like
the thing.
stuff.
Well, things that hold things. Like I got like a toothbrush holder, but it's a standing one, and I turned it into a wall-mounted one.
Oh, okay.
My goal is one day nothing will be on my sink ever.
I wonder how much stuff is on your sink, because I have like 3 or 4 things.
I have like 5 things because I have like a beard trimmer, electric toothbrush, bonus toothbrush, mouthwash, and toothpaste. So like 5.
Okay.
And I want it down. It's down to like 2 now. It's like mouthwash and the beard trimmer now.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I'm trying, but on top of that, making my life better through obsession and weird decisions, I got really, really sick of not being able to find any scissors or any pens when I need them. I had once bought, I actually figured it out. I looked at my account. I once bought 8 pairs of scissors because I was so sick of not being able to find a pair of scissors. And now I have 2 that I know where they are. Scissors just disappear. I feel like that's a common thing.
I've never had a problem with scissors until recently. I had a scissor, and I loved, and now I don't know where it is. And it was happened like during all of this quarantine stuff, so I know like I didn't bring it somewhere, like, so I have no idea.
But it's probably the person who's secretly living in your house.
Yes, but we found out there's not a person when those cops came over.
Oh yeah, it's just a printer.
Yeah.
But so I came up with the ultimate solution, a final solution, if you will, and you shouldn't, which is I bought 4 8-packs of scissors.
Wow.
So so now I have 16 pairs of brand new scissors.
Are they the adult size scissors?
Yeah, they're adult size.
Oh no. Why would you get those?
Because I like adult size scissors. The worst part is that the packaging is can only be opened with a pair of scissors. Like, I can't open these without, but so I will not run out of scissors again. I'm about to just keep a pair of scissors in every room of the house now, and have many left over. So I've got that, but also I got tired of never being able to find a goddamn pen. So I bought 20 pens.
That's good.
So now I have 20 pens.
They look good.
I have 20 pens, Michelle.
Yeah, that's I have more than 20 pens. So
why do you have so many pens?
I don't know. People give me pens. I just have lots of pens. They're everywhere. And Geeks likes to play with them too.
Oh, so. You're maggoty with pens.
Yeah.
Well, I have a billion pens, and I'm not going to lie. When I bought the scissors, I didn't really think about it until I saw it in person. Wow, that's a lot of scissors.
Yeah, yeah.
I win. So that's my life. We're recording this before my vacation, but this is after my vacation. So, I'm so relaxed, recharged, rejuvenated, reanimator.
I'm really glad that lake monster didn't end up getting you. I mean, it was close. I know it was close, but I'm glad that you survived.
It turned out the lake monster was just misunderstood, and it befriended a local 7-year-old.
Oh.
And they went on an adventure, and they stopped a local company from dumping chemicals into the lake.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, it ended up being very wholesome.
Cool. I'm glad.
Yeah, of course, I was like, would you people just shut up? I'm trying to watch VHS over here. But otherwise, it was cool. Yeah.
Good.
When I've been on that lake, one of the most fun things to do is just throw stale bread into the water and see just how many creatures live in it. It's
Ooh.
surprising how many fish and turtles are in there. It's stocked for fishing, so I mean that makes sense that there are fish in there, but still, it's a
Do
lot
you
of
eat the fish or do you put them back?
catch and release. Yeah, the owners of the house are allowed to eat the fish because obviously they stocked it so they could do that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it's catch and release only. What
So
you
you're
think
just
you should?
traumatizing the fish and then throwing them back in the water.
You don't know how bad it is to be caught as a fish, Michelle.
It's probably really bad because I figure it's like being dragged underwater by some sort of creature. Um,
But also having a much smaller brain, not less capable of understanding what's happening.
you don't know that.
Aren't
You
you
know.
aren't you kind of a pescatarian? What are you talking about?
Hey, I didn't say it was good. I didn't say I like being a pescatarian.
I do not fish at all while I'm there because I can't touch worms. They're icky.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much my stance. But it is fun to feed the fish because they love it. You
Yeah, they
know?
like eating.
Yeah. You know what fish really like? Cat food.
Okay.
Kibble, like kibble cat food. They love it.
Not like cans of it. And
I don't think so.
they might like that. They probably like that.
They probably would
honestly.
like that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when one of the first times I went there, I cooked a huge salmon. You know, one of those big pieces of salmon where like the skin's on one side and you grill it up. And I threw the leftovers into the water, and yeah, they got ate up like so fast.
Wow.
It's like, yay, dead giant fish. Nom 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 nom. So, anyway, yeah. So I'm guessing my vacation must have been wonderful for you because I probably didn't bother you the entire time. Must have been a weird change of pace. You think I did bother you?
Yeah.
I made time just to like still annoy you with my life and problems.
Well, I mean, it's not like problems just go away because you take a vacation. So.
But I was going to go away from communication.
Okay.
So I wanted you to have a vacation too, a vacation from the most obnoxious possible friend. Okay. In all multiverses, there is no more obnoxious friend available. I'm just saying.
I find that hard to believe.
I mean, that's just you having a higher opinion of the multiverse, not of me. So, but, so you have been doing some home improvements.
Yeah.
How is that going?
It's going okay. And
Is it?
putting stuff on stuff. Yeah.
Is it going okay?
Yeah, of course it is. I just had to take all the paint I put on the cabinets off the cabinets so that I could put other paint on the cabinets. Because I thought, hey, I have an idea. I don't want to paint the like cabinet box and the doors, so I'll just do one or the other. So I painted the bottom cabinet doors blue, and they look good. But then for some reason I painted the actual cabinet on the top blue, but then not the doors blue, and it looked really stupid. So then I had to figure out how to get the paint off so I could make it look like the bottom cabinets. So.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I was worried for a second you were going to sound way more calm and collected toward it than you did when you first.
Oh, sorry.
No, but no, you delivered your filthy rantings about cabinets. So your cabinets were originally wood, just wood.
Yeah, a dark. I'm in the 1970s wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you painted them what color?
Blue.
And
Yeah.
it looked weird.
No, the bottom cabinets look good, but the top ones I reversed what I did, and it looks stupid.
When you reverse what you did, what do you mean?
So on the bottom cabinets, I just painted the doors of the cabinets blue.
Mm-hmm.
So the actual like cabinet like face part
Mm-hmm.
is still wood, and it actually looks nice because it's a really dark wood. Like the base of the cabinets is really really dark, and the blue is light, so it looks kind of nice together. But so on the top cabinets, I didn't paint the doors. I just painted like the cabinet base thing blue. But the actual cabinet doors are a different color wood than the actual cabinet, but just a little. So it's like not it's not weird unless you paint it. And the that color blue looks really weird with that color brown, and also it doesn't make sense. So then I had to take um rubbing alcohol, and I had to like scrub it, and then I had to like slide my nails over it, and then my nails got filed down, and after after like 3 or 4 days of doing this, like I couldn't use my nails anymore because they're little stubs now. so so then I switched to acetone, and it came off really easily.
It's almost like acetone is meant to remove paint.
Yeah, but acetone is really caustic, and I've used it to remove paint before. But a lot of times other things come off too, and my hands feel really weird because I don't wear gloves. And so I thought...
You could wear gloves, you just choose not to.
Yeah, I can't use my nails to get things off if I'm wearing gloves.
Why did you think you should use your nails and not some kind of a scraper?
I don't have one. Well, I had a thing and I used it, but it like was a point.
I didn't know that you were in your kitchen just scratching with your thumbnail.
That's how I do everything.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Sorry, I wasn't ready for that.
Okay.
I mean, because you know, you and I are basically friends when we're not recording. So you had told me a lot of this yesterday, but you never once mentioned the problem with your thumbnails being filed down.
Well, I mean, I don't know what else she thought I was using. It's me. I use
tool?
my nails to get things off stuff.
Is it because it's satisfying to sit there with your thumbnail
No, it's
scratching?
because it works better than any tool that I could find.
Fair enough. I mean, clearly, because the only thing that failed you was the nails themselves.
Yeah, and also I did this over the course of maybe like 3 days, and the first day, super easy to get it off, but as the pain continued to cure, it got harder and harder, and it bent my nails when I was trying to get it. And so, and then it would like hurt, like my nails would hurt, and yeah, it was a mess. But it's over.
The acetone didn't hurt the wood, right?
I don't actually know. It might have hurt some of the polish.
But
and
you can
also,
polish it again, right?
Yeah, I probably will. Also, like I had like a clump of paint that had acetone on it because I was using my nails again to scrape it off today, even though I don't really have nails anymore. It fell on the step stool I was using to stand on because they're my upper cabinets, and there was enough acetone on that clump of paint to ruin the finish on my step stool. So now there's just like this weird dot. And I can't get it off because it's, yeah.
I worry that you need adult supervision.
No, I did it okay. I did a good job. And then I painted the cabinet doors. So.
And that went fine, right?
Yeah, I still have to do a second coat, but
okay.
You know.
And it's a blue?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
It's like, I guess I shouldn't like show the kind of color of blue because not everybody can see it, and that would be rude.
Fair enough. Well, I'm glad that nightmare is over.
Thanks. I mean, there's still some paint, but I just gave up. Like, so I just can't do anymore. So.
I just noticed there's even a little bit of blue paint on your hand.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you?
Oh, over there.
Yeah. Are you waiting? Are you just waiting for your thumbnail to come back? Is that really what's going on? You're like, come on.
I mean, honestly, I think by the time it comes back, I won't be able to get it off with my thumbnail. It's too like hard now.
Mm.
So.
I'm okay. I just have to catch my breath from that. That whole exchange. But you do good work. I mean, you've done a lot of improvements to your house since you bought it a couple years ago, right?
I mean, I've done some. Not. I mean, yeah. I like just like paint stuff basically with this house.
That's
So
still cool.
it's okay.
I mean, the front of the house looks like a million times neater than when you bought it.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't know. It's there. That paint on the door isn't holding up really well because I painted it when it was super humid out.
Oh yeah.
And some of the rust on that door that I tried to um, sandpaper off, and then I put a primer on that was supposed to stop it. Because of humidity, it just kind of fucked it up. So I eventually have to repaint that door. But
Would it be better to do it in the winter when it's low humidity, or would that make it harder for it to dry?
oh, it would be better, or like in the fall or something,
Mhm.
just a day that it's not terribly humid, because it was like very very humid when I painted it. So
Sure. Well, I'm always impressed by how you make spaces your own. So
thanks.
I'm not a very good decorator. I just throw B movie posters on everything, every single inch of space I can.
I think that makes you a good decorator.
Does it? Does having a hard to die poster make me a good decorator? Or a
Uh-huh.
scanner cop poster?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, at least later on, I got some posters that actually cost some money. A lot of my B-movie posters were like $12 a piece, and that includes shipping because it's literally just some guy who was like, "I don't know what this is, but I don't want it. You take it." And I was like, "I know exactly what that is, and I want it." And they were like, "You're weird," and I was like, "Yep." And it was a very weird eBay exchange. Gosh. So, so you've been working on a new comic.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Well, we haven't been talking about that much.
yeah. Because I thought that we don't want to talk about it because it doesn't matter.
Why wouldn't it matter?
I don't know.
No, well, because I mean, you have a comic that a web comic you've been publishing for how many years has it been now?
I don't know. It's been at least 7, maybe.
Wow.
Uh, I don't remember. Yeah, something like that.
And it's called Stray Cats.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a post-apocalyptic Philadelphia story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But recently you got hit with the inspiration to do a new comic.
Mm-hmm.
And what is it called?
It's called At the End of Everything. At least that's what it's called right now.
Okay. And it's about a character named Felix who's trying to buy a house. Well, right now he's trying to buy a house.
He's trying to buy a house right now. Yeah.
But the world he exists in is a little unusual.
Yeah, it actually isn't when the comic starts, I don't think. But it's just a world that is, kind of slightly falling apart, that's basically kind of trying to stay normal. I don't know how to, zombies, something like that.
There's zombies, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember because
yeah.
you would send me drawings and you'd be like, how do you feel about this zombie armor? It is like DIY homemade. And some of that stuff was really funny.
Thanks.
So with this comic, well, first of all, because I can't believe it took us 41 episodes and we haven't talked. I mean, it mentions stray cats in every episode in the voiceover. In case people want to know. But how could people read your Stray Cats comic?
Either on Webtoon, you can look it up, or on Tapas, but I would prefer you go to Webtoon.
Okay.
And then also it's on my Patreon.
Plug it. Tell people how they can find it.
The Patreon, and it's Michelle Antisocial Patreon. That's it.
It's patreon.com/Michelle Antisocial.
Yeah.
Okay, you just said it's Michelle Antisocial Patreon. I don't think people are gonna find it that easy.
No, I figured that was good enough.
And if they want to read Stray Cats, they can go to webtoon.com and search Stray Cats.
Yeah, and maybe that'll work. Who knows? You have to go to like whatever there's like 2 different classifications of comics. There's the ones that they're actually paying people to make. So it's not those, it's the other one.
And then there's the other side, which is only you. Like it's just
Yes, it's just me. It's like
you.
there's all these people being paid, and then also Michelle.
And then Michelle. Nobody wanted to tell her to go home.
Yeah.
But there's a lot. I've been following it since the beginning, and I've never been into comics, and I'm really into it. And I do think people should check out Stray Cats. So speaking of the newer comic, sorry, what was the title again?
Oh, At the End of Everything.
At the End of Everything. Is that going to be like, does that have like an arc, or are you planning for that to be a long running thing like Stray Cats, or what are you thinking?
Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be rather long. Yeah, it's because I have a bunch of ideas, and there's they're going to take a while to get to, kind of deal. I'd like it if it was shorter, but I don't actually think I can write short things very well. So we'll see. I'm a little bit concerned about trying to manage two comics at the same time.
Sure.
I'm not sure what's going to happen, and I don't feel good about that because makes me a bad person. So
I don't think it makes you a bad person, but
it does though.
I think being a bad person is what makes you a bad person, not all the other stuff.
Yeah, but what qualifies as being a bad person? Trying to run two comics at the same time?
Shit, that's what the dictionary says.
Yeah.
God damn it. No, but no, I think it's really cool, especially because I know that, during the beginning of the pandemic, you were suffering, like many of my friends, kind of a creative drought. Just a desire to create was just very, very low on the list. So it's very exciting that you have like a fresh idea that you want to run with and do some cool stuff with.
I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's pretty cool.
Thanks.
See, guys, it's pulse pounding when you get Michelle to talk about her own work.
Sorry. What?
No,
Sorry.
please.
No, what were you gonna say?
No, please.
Oh, I was just gonna say. I mean, I could tell you stuff about it, but
Well, I think people are curious, especially anybody who's been listening for this long. They want to know more about you, Michelle. Like, what's your social security number?
Okay, I can give you that one, just not in.
But no, I mean, you've been drawing comics for a long time. I mean, you've been drawing for a long time in general.
Yeah.
I'm guessing manga is what got you into comics, or did you actually read like traditional comics as well?
No, you're right.
So you were always a weeb. You were never a cool kid reading like Spider-Man. You went straight to like, I don't know, a famous manga. So I can't make a joke.
But I don't want to say what manga because it's embarrassing.
Oh, you gotta say what manga because it's embarrassing.
Okay, so I think I originally got into manga because I wanted to read Fushigi Yuki, which is a like a shoujo manga, also an anime. I don't know if the manga is terrible because I haven't read it in a long time, but god damn it, the anime is really bad. So, but that's like how I got into
manga. Do you have a favorite manga of all time?
I don't know. I actually kind of want to say my favorite actually might be Doro Hey Doro.
It's pretty good. I mean, I read quite a bit of it. I liked it.
Yeah, I haven't finished the end because I was reading it I didn't even realize it existed. It's only been running for 20 years, or it was. I didn't finish the end because when the pandemic hit, I just stopped reading.
Yeah.
So and I still haven't pushed myself back in. I'm staying current on One Punch Man, but it's really hard because I don't feel great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I stopped pretty much reading every kind of comic except for webtoons because they're just easier and faster to read.
Sure. No, I've had a similar problem with watching movies. Like if it's my own devices, I struggle to pick a movie, sit down and watch it. If a friend comes over or says, "Hey, do you want to watch a movie online or whatever?" I'll totally say yes. But when it's up to me, I just fall apart. I just watch YouTube videos.
I mean, I get that, but that's funny though because I stopped watching YouTube videos too.
Well, yeah, I don't think you're as big of a media addict as I am, though. Well, I mean, how many how many how many hours of video content a day do you think you really watch?
Um, what days? On work days or on days that I'm not
On a work
at
day?
work? Um, maybe like two.
I was afraid you were going to say that. Yeah, it's a lot more. It's a lot
I
more
mean,
for me.
I mean, if you take the like I am consuming media passively while I'm doing something else into account, and we're talking about like kind of radio and like music as well as like TV.
Hmm.
It's way more than that, but that's not stuff I'm really paying attention to.
Yeah, no, I don't exactly count that.
Hmm.
Like the work I've been doing today and the work I'll be doing today when I get off of the show today, that stuff I can watch a YouTube video actively, like I can pay attention and also do the work. So on those days, I will sometimes watch 11 hours worth of videos.
That sounds nice.
It's fine. It's fine.
Sometimes I watch four.
Do you do you remember the time you made me feel terrible about myself by suggesting? You remember exactly what I'm talking about, don't you?
I was thinking about that like yesterday.
We were talking about something about Etsy or something like that. I
I
forget.
I don't know what it was, but it was like something about yeah, about like how many hours people spend on the internet or something.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was a news story or something, but I don't remember.
It said like they spend like 4 to 6 or something like that.
Mm.
And you said you spend like about an hour a day on the internet. And you were joking, but it made me feel the worst I think I've ever felt
I'm
in a
so sorry.
conversation.
I'm so sorry.
Because you were just like, yeah, I mean, I'm like on there for like an hour. I mean, how long are you on the internet? And I was like, and they're like, I'm kidding. I'm basically on the internet all the time, every minute. You were like, oh, that's what I remember, because you were like, I'm literally on Etsy looking at stuff right now. Like,
Right, yeah.
God, that made me feel so like an alien being.
I'm sorry.
Uh, but no, I do hope people check out your comics.
Well, they can't even look at actually on Patreon the opening chapter and then part of the first chapter of At the End of Everything is up. But I haven't put it anywhere else. I was hoping to get to the end of the first chapter or the end of the second chapter before I start releasing it.
Sure.
I'm interested to see how it would do. Because Stray Cats does not do well on any of the services. Ever. It never has done well. So I don't know. That's all I was gonna say.
Well, it's really good now. So to keep in the theme of keeping you uncomfortable, I would like you to plug your music as well.
Okay.
So when I met Michelle, the way we were introduced is a mutual friend. Before I knew her, a mutual friend played a CD of her music in a car with me, and I thought it was really, really good. So I was like, I gotta meet this person. I was also told what you looked like, and it's very rare that a friend can be like, dude, she like looks like as much of a maniac as you. And I'm like, okay, hold the phone. What are you talking about? Give me 1 second. What are you talking about? So but that led to me meeting you. Was I heard your music. And then I mean I've been to, I don't know how many shows of yours I've been to, but it's been quite a few. I mean, I remember the time I went to Asbury Park and saw you play, and the vegan cafe never brought me my food. I ordered food, then watched the show, and then left and was like, I never got my food. Like, they never brought me my I paid for it. They never brought it to me. I think that thanks to that's my most memorable time going to one of your shows, because I got ripped off, and it was like an $11 sandwich too, of course. So, but I remember thinking like, what sweet vengeance, because I stopped at Burger King and got like a Whopper on the way back from it. I was like, well, that's what happens, vegan restaurant, when you keep my money. And I would have happily eaten your vegan food, but no. You betrayed me and you betrayed my trust. So now I'm at the BK and I'm getting some cow.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't remember what the first show. Do you remember the first show I saw of yours?
Are you sure that wasn't the first show? I mean, there was the one on Hot Topic, but I don't know.
That
I
was
think
that was that was
stuff
the
after.
last show when I lived in Jersey that I saw, because
Yeah.
I was in the process of moving back to Ohio when.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. Was there another one in New Jersey that you saw?
Yes, there was one where you played with like, it was towards South Jersey. You played, I think you played with like, you were the only acoustic band maybe.
I mean, that happened, so maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
I just remember, I feel terrible. All I remember is this really excited young kid who seemed like he was flirting with you. He kept talking about brutal with 2 O's and stuff. He was like very scene looking. He seemed nice, but he like kept trying to make you laugh and trying to like hang out with you, and you were you. And I feel like that show was when I was still living in Jersey. So I feel
Okay,
like I went to that.
I mean, I don't remember that at all. Oh no. But I guess this is how this is now.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You broke it.
Okay. But yeah, but that sounds like something that happened.
And didn't I see you at a coffee shop in Princeton?
Maybe I played in a coffee shop.
I'm almost certain I saw you at a coffee shop. I feel like I saw you like 4 or 5 times before I moved out of Ohio, back to Ohio.
Maybe you did.
So, yeah. So I showed up. God.
It sounds like unfortunately most of the shows that you saw me at in New Jersey were like the really bad shows.
I mean, you weren't bad. They just weren't very good shows in general.
Yeah, because like that coffee house. I mean, not the coffee house show. The vegan cafe show was terrible. The cafe in Princeton shows were never very good because it was just like me, I think, and that was bad.
Well, and it's a passive audience.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
They're there for coffee, and then they thrust you on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
The Hot Topic show was kind of fun.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I remember the last band got stuck in horrible traffic, so they made it in time to play like 2 songs.
Yeah, who was that?
I don't know, but we all went out to a restaurant afterward. Like a big, the whole bunch of us. I remember because that was the one time I got to be like your roadie. Because, do you remember that?
Yeah.
I was standing to the side and your guitar strap just let go of the back of your guitar, and I just ran in and put it back on and ran away. So from then on, I was your roadie, man.
Yeah.
Hey, no problem. But everyoneexceptme.bandcamp.com. People should really go check it out. I wanted to take this opportunity to bring people's attention to your work because you do really cool stuff. And I am a flagrant, unstoppable self-promoter, and I didn't want it to all be just me self-promoting me and my work and stuff like that. Because first of all, you're humble, which is awful. So like, you rarely, when we start the show, you rarely go like, oh, I've been working on writing a song, or you rarely go, oh, I've been, working on a comic. You seldom do that because you're more busy being exhausted by work that pays your bills. As to where like all the work that pays my bills is also vaguely interesting, I guess. Although if people realized how much time I spend reading contracts, they'd be like, wow, I don't want to be an independent filmmaker.
I'll read contracts. Does that mean I don't have to go outside anymore?
First, you have to put in the 11 years of making movies.
No, I just want to read the contracts.
Well, then you should have went to law school.
Damn.
But no, so I just wanted to take a second since we have kind of a chill show here. and we were joking a lot about how great my vacation was. I haven't actually went on it yet. Been a very stressful week. I wanted to take it easy and just talk about my old buddy Michelle and all the cool things she does, because she does a lot of really cool things. I've seen her live probably, it's got to be almost a dozen times.
Maybe.
It's up there. It's quite a few. Oh yeah, definitely. If you include the 2 house shows you've played at my house.
Of course, I include
So
that.
yeah. So no, I've seen you a bunch. Yeah, I've seen you a whole bunch. So if you're listening to this, please go to everyoneexceptme.bandcamp.com. Listen to the songs if you like them, buy them, overpay for them, and and let Michelle know that you know you like what she does. Because in my opinion, the show would totally be lame without you, Michelle.
No, it'd be better. It would just be you, and you'd be talking about cool stuff, and you
I
wouldn't have to worry about me.
I don't think so because I don't have that many cool things to say. My favorite part about the show is introducing people to you. Because you're a really interesting person, and I find that over the years I've figured out how to crowbar open that skull of yours every now and then and get something and get because everything about you is interesting. I'm sorry that you have to hear this, but everything about you
It's
is
not
interesting.
true.
It
It's not
is true. It is true. And
No.
it's why you were the only person I asked, hey, do you want to do a podcast with me? I already have another podcast, you know, and I'm building a big listener base with it. But this is a podcast I do because I enjoy it. I enjoy spending time with you, and I enjoy introducing people to whatever Michelle is. Maybe at the end of the day, Michelle was the adventure we had along the way. But no, so, you know, if you're out there, please listen to Michelle's music. Take a look at Michelle's webcomics. You go to webtoons.com and just search Stray Cats. I'm sure you'll find it. And email us at thisshowis awkward@gmail.com and send nice words to Michelle, and I will read them on the show.
You don't have to do that.
I think that you do have to do that. In fact, now I demand it, damn it. So, but so after your cabinets are done, Michelle, what's next?
Well, hopefully the handles will come in the mail. And then the fun thing about the handles is I ordered them for when the cabinets were going to look different, so they're wrong. So then I have to buy new ones. But I'm also finishing the floor. I'm peel and stick tiling the floor in my spare bathroom.
Nice. So hopefully, I'm going to be honest, hopefully half of it goes awry. That way you have something funny to talk about on the show.
No, I've already done a lot of it, and it's terrible. So
save it for next week.
Okay.
Grow those thumbnails back, okay?
I mean, they're still there. I just can't use them to do things anymore.